Please be seated. Dr. Kalenda, stage party, faculty, graduates, special guests, parents, spouses, family, and friends, I'm so pleased to welcome you to the 47th School of Nursing Graduation Convocation. I'm Dr. Georgian R. Savage, Dean of the School of Nursing. Let me take a moment at the beginning to introduce our stage party. I'm going to ask them to stand when I call their name to be recognized, and please remain standing. We'll applaud when they've all stood. Our first is Dr. Christopher Kalenda, Chancellor of the Health Science Center, Dr. Joyce Fitzpatrick, our commencement speaker, Ms. Maylene Davis, President of the WVU School of Nursing, and members of my administrative council present today. Dr. Alvita Nathaniel, our chair currently in Charleston Division, Dr. Mary Jane Smith, the Associate Dean for Graduate Academic Affairs, Dr. Elizabeth Shelton, Associate Dean for Undergraduate Academic Affairs, Dr. Cynthia Pursley, Associate Dean for the Southern Region, Dr. Deborah Shelton, Associate Dean for Research, Dr. Roger Carpenter, Chair of the Health Restoration Department, Dr. Susan McCrone, Chair of the Health Promotion Department, Ms. Misty Michael, Assistant Dean for Student and Alumni Affairs, and we also have with us Dean Emeritus Dr. Jane Martin. A dean could not have a more effective and contributing administrative council than I do, so please join me in thanking them for all their wonderful work. Seated on the side of the stage are our faculty members from the School of Nursing. They are truly the people most responsible for the education of our students and the successes that they achieve. They're very dedicated, knowledgeable, and an experienced group, and I thank them for all they do for our students. Faculty, will you stand so we may recognize you? Thank you. It's truly an exciting day in the university life when the men and women who come to this institution seeking higher learning, and in our case, preparation for a profession, have completed this challenge and are ready for the recognition the university confers with the awarding of the degrees. For the class of 2012, we have in attendance 78 young men and women completing the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree, an RN who is going to receive her BSN degree, 43 being awarded the Master of Science in Nursing degree, 10 students recognized for completion of the Postmaster's Certificate program, 4 students will receive the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree, and 1 student has completed the PhD in Nursing, our highest degrees, the doctoral degrees. BSN graduates today will also receive the official school pin, and as they leave the stage, our alumni coordinator, Michelle Wengren, and her assistants will present each graduate with a gift from the School of Nursing's Alumni Association. We do hope that you will all enjoy this very special program as much as we do each year. And we would also like to welcome those viewing for the first time this ceremony webcast live around the world. We also ask you to visit the memories.wvu.edu. We'd like you to share and relive your precious Mountaineer moments as you embark on this new chapter in your lives. Enjoy your graduate profiles, videos, photos, social media features like the code, and a collection of your personal goodbyes, traditions, and memories. We're proud to celebrate you, our class of 2012, your accomplishments, memories, and dreams via your own website, made just for you, by you. I'm now going to call forward Dr. Kalenda to bring his greetings from the Health Science Center. Please help me welcome him.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's get some energy here. This is a great day to be a Mountaineer, and I want to welcome all the family and friends and loved ones here to celebrate the graduation of our class of 2012 School of Nursing. One of the things I'd like to do is have the students rise, turn to face your loved ones, and thank them for all of the support that they have given you over the last couple of years, or many years, in terms of your education. My remarks today are hopefully brief but poignant. As graduates of WVU's School of Nursing, we expect you to be leaders. And one of the elements of leadership that I think has been increasingly focused on is the character of leadership and an individual's character as it relates to decision making. And nurses, whatever level of nurse practice that you participate in, it's about making decisions that are critical, which requires character. If you look at the literature, there's a person that I've been reading recently, a Colonel Eric Kale, who happens to be the leader of the Leadership Development course at West Point, and he defines 6 key characteristics of character as it relates to leadership that I'd like to share with you all. Courage, trust, selflessness, integrity, empathy, and reflection. So courage. Courage is the moral courage to make decisions when the evidence is not clear, and being able to make your judgments and decision making when you are the person who has to call the shots. It's not about running up a field and doing heroics. It is about the quiet moral courage that requires each of us as health professionals to do our best for what's in the patient's best interest. Trust. You've got to earn it. And you can lose it in a heartbeat. Remember that. It's a lot harder to earn trust among your colleagues, but you can lose it very quickly. Selflessness. Selflessness is a wonderful trait that our students have here, parents and family. This past year, our students contributed over 140,000 hours of community service to the citizens of West Virginia. We have 3,000 health professional students in here at the Health Science Center, 140,000 hours of community service. I've been fortunate to go around many institutions in my professional career. I have never seen student service as embraced as we find here among our students at West Virginia University. Integrity. It's very simple. Do what you say you're going to do, and say what you are going to do. Empathy. Now, empathy is the enemy of narcissism. And the only thing that I would ask you to remember is today's peacock could be tomorrow's feather duster. And the last element is reflection. You know, you hear a lot of pop psychology right now about living in the moment and, you know, don't worry about the future and don't dwell on the past. I view that as rubbish. That's pop psychology. In order for us, we are by nature forward-thinking in our approach to life. But in order to inform the future, we have to be able to understand elements of our past. And reflection allows us to be able to make better decisions into the future. So, reflection are quiet moments. And if you happen to be a mentor in your career moving forward, being in that mentor role can help you and can help your mentee become reflective by not saying, oh, that's a horrible thing that's happened to you, but by simply saying in a moment of self-reflection, how much you have done something different, how much you have done something better. So in about an hour, I'm going to be saying words to the effect of saying, by the power granted in me by the Board of Governors, et cetera, et cetera. That's code for it's time for you to get along. You know, go out and start working. Enjoy your life. But live your lives with character, because you are nursing health professionals who have the privilege of having lives entrusted to you. Always remember that. Lives are entrusted to your care. So it's a great day to be a Mountaineer. It's great to see so many family and friends here in the audience and really celebrate today, because this is a wonderful, wonderful occasion. Thank you very much.
Before I introduce our speaker, I would like to say a few words just to the graduates. I want to thank you. Thank you for all that you have contributed during the years you've been our nursing students. You've been excellent models of professional nursing. You've carried out your clinical, service, advanced nursing practice, and research activities in the hospitals, clinics, rural areas, and our communities, working to improve the quality of life for all for whom you have cared. You've also served the School of Nursing and your fellow students. Through your participation in our school and community activities, I'll have you know 50,000 of those 140,000 were done just by nursing students. I want you to know how much we appreciate you and how proud we are of each and every one of you. All of you graduating today have completed difficult curricula, and you've done this not just in the classroom and laboratories, but also in the living, noisy, sometimes precarious clinical environments of our hospitals, clinics, community, and homes of the people of West Virginia. Those men, women, children, and families for whom you have cared are eternally grateful. And I'm confident that you will continue to meet the patient challenges to nurse all of our patients holistically with your body, mind, spirit, and a heart. You've shown that you can do this, or you wouldn't be sitting here. I also want to thank the audience. You've supported these students, our students. You've protected them. You've eased their lives as much as you could. And they will care for patients with complex healthcare needs. They'll see hopeless cases, people with terminal illness, people who could even die under their care, but they will care. And they will care for victims of violence and for others with multiple physical and mental problems. It's an incredible challenge, our nursing profession, and healthcare today. But they will meet that challenge. They will hold on to their caring hearts while providing excellent nursing care. Our Mountaineer nurses do. No wonder we're so proud of them, and we thank you. Graduates, we do congratulate you. You'll hear that a lot today. We're asking you to remember that as nurses, you're members of our most caring profession. And as you practice and do it in the spirit of love and respect for your fellow human beings, it's the hallmark of our profession. We know you're equal to the challenges you will face, and we do wish you well. Thank you. I now have the pleasure of introducing our commencement speaker, Dr. Joyce Fitzpatrick. Dr. Fitzpatrick is the Elizabeth Brooks Ford Professor of Nursing from the Francis Payne Bolton School of Nursing at Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. She's Dean Emeritus of the school, and during her time as Dean, FPB School of Nursing's endowment alone grew from $8 million to more than $50 million, and she accomplished a lot with that. She's been a mentor to many, including myself, and she's earned her BSN from the Georgetown University in Washington. She has an MS in psychiatric mental health nursing from Ohio State, And she has her PhD from New York University. Plus, she got an MBA from Case Western Reserve University. She's received honorary doctorates from both Georgetown and the Frontier University School of Nursing. She's a fellow in the American Academy of Nursing and the National Academies of Practice. She's received the American Journal of Nursing Book of the Year Award over 13 times, and I heard today she's written over 60 books. She's been honored by many other organizations. For example, in 1997, she was appointed editor of the National League for Nursing's Journal and has continued that. She also was president of the American Academy of Nursing, our highest organization, and she's currently taken on the chairing of the American Nursing Foundation. She's been a visiting scholar in New York at NYU, and while she was there, one of the things she accomplished was a phenomenal project focused on improving nursing care for hospitalized elders and their families. This project is now funded by two major health systems in the New York area, Mount Sinai NYU and North Shore Long Island Jewish. Her international work is also phenomenal. She's been a global consultant for the Dreyfus Health Foundation, and in less than 10 years, she improved nursing programs in over 15 countries. She as well has served as a Fulbright Scholar at the University College Cork in Cork, Ireland. She has over 300 publications in nursing journals. I could go on, but you are getting the picture. This is a phenomenal woman. We're delighted to have her join us. So I'm going to ask Dr. Joyce Fitzpatrick to come to deliver our commencement address. Dr. Fitzpatrick.
Thank you, Dean Narsavage, Chancellor, distinguished faculty colleagues, distinguished guests, West Virginia University School of Nursing students, soon-to-be graduates. First of all, my sincere congratulations to each of you celebrating today. It's a very noble profession that you are joining, and a sacred profession, and we're glad to have you among us. To those of you receiving a graduate degree, congratulations on advancing. We look forward to your leadership and your involvement at all levels, helping your peers. And as every one of you commit to advancing not just the profession, but also healthcare in our country and in the globe, we will be standing beside you. Congratulations also to the family members. You have made an investment. And you may not be aware, but this is your greatest investment in your own future, as you will have a family member, a nurse, who will advise and assist you in your time of need, which will surely come for all of us, hopefully later rather than sooner. So remember, you have invested in a nurse, and you will reap the rewards of that investment. And also, congratulations to the faculty members, my colleagues, all of whom have done a marvelous job to increase the number of well-prepared nurses for the future of the discipline. In preparation for this commencement address, I did what any good researcher would do. I did a brief survey among colleagues, and I asked them if they remembered who did their commencement address, or what the content of that commencement address was. Only one person remembered. This is not about remembering me by name or remembering what I have to say, although I do hope you remember three things. It is about celebrating today. I have three brief messages because what I was told by the individuals that I talked to in my brief survey is that whatever you do, make it brief. Because the graduates want to graduate and celebrate. So it will be brief. There are 3 key messages I want to share with the graduates. So, one of the most important things you should remember is the date of your graduation ceremony. Not that you would forget after all the work that you have put in, but today is May 12th, the anniversary of the founder of modern professional nursing, Florence Nightingale. So today we say happy birthday to Florence Nightingale. It is also, therefore, International Nurses Day. So you are joining your colleagues throughout the globe celebrating today as International Nurses Day. So not only are you celebrating your graduation, you are recognizing Florence Nightingale and celebrating International Nurses Day. Now, there's another pioneer in nursing who also was born on May 12th, and we recognize her accomplishments in nursing in the United States, and that was Dr. Martha Rogers, who also shared the birthday with Florence Nightingale. So we are looking for the next nurse born on May 12th to be our pioneer. So these 2 pioneers in nursing have left us with 3 legacies that I want to share with you. They were revolutionary. The first message is that the focus of our work as nurses must be holistic, mind, body, and spirit for individuals, families, and communities. I have recently immersed myself in a model of care that's called relationship-based care that serves as the professional nursing practice model for many of our acute care hospitals. Relationship-based care is a holistic model of care, one that helps the practicing nurse bring that holistic perspective, one that encourages the nurse to sit side by side with the patient at eye level so that they can provide the best possible care as a nurse, as a holistic healthcare practitioner. We ask ourselves, how would I want to be treated if I were on the other side of the bed? How would I want my loved ones to be treated? Rogers and Nightingale led us to understandings of holistic nursing care, and their works formed the foundation for our more contemporary nursing models of professional practice, like relationship-based care. So message number 1, never forget the holistic perspective. Message number 2, nursing is both a science and an art. Both Nightingale and Rogers were scientists in their development of nursing. Rogers developed the science of unitary persons based on systems theory and the science of physics. Nightingale used statistics to reform the British military healthcare system. She demonstrated a dramatic drop in the mortality rates from 42% to less than 3% when wounded men were taken care of by professional nurses. So both Nightingale and Rogers brought to us our legacy of science. Nightingale was also, though, a leader and a teacher. She was a role model, wiping the brows and cleansing the wounds of the sick men, advocating for better sanitary conditions, opening the windows for clean air, not only to enhance the physical environment, but also to lift the spirits of the men fighting the war. Nightingale is also credited with designing the polar area diagram, a form of the pie chart to demonstrate the metric relationships among various components of a whole. She was recognized in Science News as a pioneer in the development of statistics. It was Rogers who developed the first doctoral program in nursing, which gave nursing science equal recognition and status with other academic disciplines. So we have a holistic science and art. Message number 1, holism. Message number 2, science and art. Message number 3, the most important message: never let the passion and the commitment fade. Nightingale and Rogers were both passionate about their work. They demonstrated this passion and commitment every day in everything that they did and said. Both of these women considered nursing a profession with deep commitments to humankind. They dedicated their lives, their talents, their intellect, and their energy to advancing the profession. And importantly, they encouraged their colleagues to do the same. They never gave up, and we are hopeful that you will never give up on your chosen profession. We need each and every one of you to help us shape global healthcare and health and human welfare, and to move nursing away from the current constraints and challenges. We need you to roll up your sleeves and work toward the United Nations Millennium Development Goals so that people throughout the globe will have better health care, better access to professional care, better access to clean water, and healthy food choices, just as many of us in this country enjoy. I'm reminded by advice from another colleague, the late Margaretta Stiles, who was president of the American Nurses Association and the International Council of Nurses. And Professor Stiles described nursing as an exquisite obsession. So remember to develop an exquisite obsession with the discipline and the profession of nursing. I hope you've already learned the foundation for your obsession, because in fact our patients are expecting from us opportunities to change. We have the relationship to touch lives in times of joy and sorrow. Individuals are willing to share with us their most vulnerable times. And the closeness that is developed between a nurse and a patient helps the individual to unfold their stories, and professional nurses to help individuals to move through and learn from suffering, pain, and yes, to learn from life. Like many of you, I grew up in a small town, not far from here, in what might be referred to as a village, a town with less than 1,000 people. And although I left the small town for the big city, I did not travel outside the United States until I was in my 30s. I have since dined with orphan children in Africa, with government ministers in Syria. I have presented workshops for nurses, physicians, and other healthcare professionals from Australia to New Zealand, from Beijing to Chile to Jordan, and most recently, I've been to Lebanon. What I have learned in all of those travels is that nurses throughout the world are connected. No matter where I've gone, the connections were instantaneous. We spoke the same language, had the same values of caring and commitment to each other and to our patients. More recently, I was in a small coffee shop in Cork, Ireland. And as there were no other vacant seats, I took a seat next to an elderly woman. It took less than a minute to discover that she was a public health nurse. She shared marvelous stories of caring for the poor and the elderly in rural communities and inner city areas of Dublin, Ireland. Nursing is now a global profession, and if you have not yet connected with your colleagues who are nurses throughout the world, you will have many opportunities in your career. Take advantage of those connections. You will learn as much from your colleagues in other countries as they will learn from you. There are many opportunities for future career development. If you are unsure of the path that you might want to choose in nursing, consult the book, 201 Careers in Nursing, so you can chart your future course. But most of all, remember that nursing is a holistic human profession caring for people with both the scientific background and the art. We are often reminded that without knowing our history, we are not likely to shape our future. So again, remember May 12th, International Nurses Day, the birthday of two of our most important pioneers. Congratulations for joining the profession, those of you who are new, and those of you who are advancing in the profession. Remember the legacy that is behind you and help us shape the future. Thank you all for being part of this profession.
Thank you. So wonderful. We have a small gift to help you remember our West Virginia home in the hills.
Thank you.
And let me see if I can get them. I'm going to leave them in the box. There's flowers to take with you home.
Thank you very much.
Thank you as you travel. We now will hear Joshua Stubbs singing what is a tradition for us, My Home Among the Hills.
There's a land of rolling mountains where the sky is blue above, and though I may roam, I hurry home to the friendly hills I love, where the moonlit meadows ring with the call of whippoorwills. Always you will find find me in my home among the hills, and where the sun draws rainbows in the mist of waterfalls and mountain rills. My heart will be always in the West Virginia hills. Their autumn hillsides are bright with scarlet trees, and in the spring the robins sing, while apple blossoms whisper in the breeze. And there is music in the flashing streams, and joy in fields of daffodils, laughter through the happy valleys of my home among the hills.
Thank you, Joshua. That was beautiful. I'd now like to introduce Dr. Mary Jane Smith for presentation of our candidates for degrees of Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing, Doctor of Nursing Practice, Master of Science in Nursing, and their Advanced Studies certificates. Dr. Smith.
I am honored to present to you candidates who have earned doctoral and master's degrees in nursing. First will be the Doctor of Philosophy degree. This is the highest academic degree awarded by a university and is a terminal research degree. Earning a Doctor of Philosophy degree requires extended study and intense intellectual effort. Awardees master a specific subject completely and extend the body of knowledge about that subject. The final product is a dissertation that represents this generation of knowledge. We have one candidate for the PhD degree, Peggy Lambert Fink. Go ahead, dear. The title of her dissertation is The Relationship Between Perinatal Stillbirth Interventions at the Time of Stillbirth and Perinatal Grief. She will be hooded by Dr. Cynthia Pursley, who chaired the dissertation committee. Next, we will have the hooding of Doctor of Nursing Practice students who completed the program in August. First is Brooke Leeberry. Now let me tell you about this degree. The Doctor of Nursing Practice is a terminal practice degree representing the highest professional level of nursing practice. Earning the Doctor of Nursing Practice requires intense immersion in integrating knowledge with practice experiences. The final product is a capstone project centered on implementing change relative to a clinical practice problem. Brooke Leeberry's capstone project is titled An Evaluation of the Effectiveness of a Nurse-Led Telephone Program for Patients with Heart Failure on Quality of Life, Anxiety, Depression, and 30-day hospital readmission. She will be hooded by the chair of the capstone project, who is Dr. Susan McCrone. Next is Lisa Muto. Her capstone project is titled An Evaluation of the Effectiveness of a Nurse-Run Clinic for Women at Increased Risk for Breast Cancer and for Anxiety, Depression, and Cancer Worry. She will be hooded by the chair of the capstone project, which is Dr. Susan McCrone. We will now have the May graduates. Sandra Cotton. The title of her capstone project is Evaluation of a Protocol to Diagnose Chronic Kidney Disease using the Kidney Disease Outcomes Quality Initiatives, Guideline Evaluation, Classification, and Stratification. She will be hooded by the chair of her capstone project, who is Dr. Susan McCrone. Next is Samantha Stone. The title of her capstone project is Evaluation of the Impact of a Nurse-Led Telephone Intervention for Symptomatic Heart Failure Patients. She will be hooded by the chair of the capstone project, Dr. Alvita Nathaniel. Bring those kids up. We will now have presentation of the candidates who have fulfilled all of the course requirements for the degree Master of Science in Nursing. They have been prepared in the advanced practice of nursing at the master's level. This education includes a substantive theoretical perspective and a commitment to make a difference in the quality of life of those they serve in specific nursing practice roles. The candidates are Megan Ashley Arthur, next is Rebecca Barker. Emily Joan Bryan. Alyssa Clarkson. Jenna Marie Elder. Kelly Hazuka. Marissa Nevia Hilton. Rachel Giacovino. Nathan LeWayne Johnson. Sarah Renee Johnson. Melissa Matthias. Jonette McClellan. Pamela Jane Parker. Michelle Props. Dawn Renshaw. Michelle Lynn Ryan. Joshua Lee Shrewsbury. Stephanie Marie Smith. Lindsay Miranda Stagners Gardner. Megan Leanne Stocks. Casey Marie Street. Crystal White Tawny. Wait, dear. Monica Lynn Thomas. Jamie Leigh Travinsky. Kimberly Wallace. Kathy Sue Hart. Catherine Feniger. All right, and we have now Postmaster Certificate awardees. Are there any awardees? None today, but you have them listed on your program. They just didn't come. And so.
Okay, very good. Let's give our master's students a round of applause and our doctoral students. Congratulations. Isn't it nice to know we're going to have so many more nurse practitioners and researchers here? I now have the pleasure of bringing Dr. Elizabeth Shelton to the podium. She will do the presentation of candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Dr. Shelton.
The Baccalaureate of Science in Nursing graduate is prepared to practice nursing from a holistic caring framework using an evidence base to promote safe, quality patient care in a variety of healthcare settings, caring for diverse populations across the lifespan and the health-illness continuum. I'm honored to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. Ashley Lee Adkins, magna cum laude. Mason Alexander Adkins, magna cum laude. Kayla Brianne Albright, cum laude. Jessica Catherine Alt, magna cum laude. Andy Lee Ballard. Daniel John Xavier Barno. Donovan William Bregg, cum laude. Mary Rebecca Burns. Jessica Lynn Cadle, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Carpenter, cum laude. Kayla Jo Casto. Casey A. Clower. Jennifer Eloise Collins. Caitlin Michelle Connell. Devin Noel Crabtree. Megan Elizabeth Crawford, magna cum laude. Lauren Amelia Cullis, cum laude. Gina Marie Civic. Melissa Christine Dillon, summa cum laude. Adrian Leanne Duckworth, summa cum laude. Amanda Joy Edwards, summa cum laude. Megan Nicole Eperjesi, cum laude. Brittany Nicole Fisher. Jessica L. Flaherty, magna cum laude. Mark Thomas Guerin, cum laude. Brooke Nicole Goebel. Robert Lee Goodson. Carolyn Elizabeth Graff, cum laude. Chelsea Marie Greaser. Megan Elizabeth Gully, cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Hand. Hannah Catherine Harbeck. Jessica Ann Hartley, cum laude. Morgan Marie Henrich, summa cum laude. Alicia Nicole Heinerman, summa cum laude. Emily Lynn Holloway, magna cum laude. Lauren Ashley Holloway. Mark Robert Jones. Abigail Elizabeth Kelly, magna cum laude. Anthony David Kittle. Caitlin Marie Lockwood. Maggie Shea Lowe. Zebulon I. Mallow, cum laude. Lucy Erin Martin. Brittany Michelle Matthey, magna cum laude. Stephanie Jean Maudlin. Christine Marie Mazzone, cum laude. Cynthia Ambui. Meredith Ann McDivitt. Judy Lynn McDonald, magna cum laude. Stephanie Eloise McKenzie, magna cum laude. Samantha Lynn Menrad. Meredith Ann Matheny, summa cum laude. Kayla Renee Miller, cum laude. Erin Renee Music, magna cum laude. Matthew David Noss, cum laude. Cassie Patricia File. Kirsten Elizabeth Powell, magna cum laude. Kelly Elizabeth Randolph, cum laude. Justin J. Roselle. Nathan David Ross, summa cum laude. Kathleen Ella Ryan, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Sandor, summa cum laude. Emily Catherine Sirocco, magna cum laude. 。 Sarah Elizabeth Seville. Brittany Nicole Shackelford, cum laude. Kayla Maris Shelton. Tori Wren Squires. Courtney Allen Stanley, magna cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Street, magna cum laude. Lisa Danielle Summers, magna cum laude. Tegan Jewel Thalman. Amy Lynn Toubois. Amber Beth Walker, magna cum laude. Christopher Adam Waybright, magna cum laude. Rebecca Herndon Yeager, magna cum laude. Nicholas Robert Yako. Melissa Brooke Zinn. Jennifer Marie Ballant. Christy Lee Clark. Kelly Louise Cochran. Camille Yvette Dantzler. Holly Leanne DeLauder. Kelly Ann Gill. Christina Marie Gregory. Samantha June Hall. Chelsea Ann Hennon. Nicole Danae Hopkins. Sandy L. Lawson. Tina Marie Maloney. Amy Lynn Most. Jonna Roland Price. Kelly A. Rice. Kelsey Ray Shoenadel. Lee Ann Schuler. Shannon Marie Slavinsky. Alyssa Marie Trulby. Amber Lynn Underwood. Sarah Jane Elise Waybright. Please join me in congratulating all of our graduates.
You did it. You really did it. Now, to make it official, I'm going to bring Chancellor Kalenda back to the podium. Dr. Kalenda. Chancellor Kalenda, I present to you the class of 2012. Will the class of 2012 please stand?
Candidates, your field is critically important, one that improves the health and well-being of all that you see and treat. Nurses bring to their work a thorough knowledge combined with critical thinking, ability, communication skills, and compassion. Helping people maintain and restore their good health is a tremendous responsibility. As you take this on, I trust that you will adopt the highest standards of professionalism and hold foremost in your thoughts and plans the patients you serve. Dream big, and never stop learning. And share your pride in West Virginia University wherever you go, and act as ambassadors for WVU to transform lives and eliminate health disparities. Now, by virtue of the authority vested in me by West Virginia University's Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the degrees for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. As West Virginia University's newest graduates, bachelors may move your tassels to the left side of your cap as a symbol of your achievement. Please join me in congratulating our newest graduates of West Virginia University.
All right, you may be seated. I now have the privilege, since you are now alumni, to bring to our podium President Maylene Davis to present the alumni charge.
Thank you very much. Well, you're almost there. Here we go. So on behalf of all the graduates of the university who've preceded you, to be a member, to each of you, the member of the class of 2012, congratulations and best wishes. From this day forward, your names are forever mixed with West Virginia University. And the quality of a university, you should know, no pressure, is by the reputation of its graduates. So when you go out and get employed tomorrow, and your employers, like me, see where you came from, they will really look at that and watch you and see if you excel in the workplace. And that will enhance WVU's reputation and the value of your degree. You will be the institution's best ambassadors. So with that in mind, I offer the following charge to the class of 2012. I want you to stand up for this. I think this is important. You've been sitting all so long. Work hard. Take risk, and never fear making mistakes. Put your education to work, improving our society. Develop a global perspective and apply your efforts to creating a more peaceful and more just world. Dr. Fitzpatrick talked about the story of Florence Nightingale. And what will your story, when your story is told, what will be said about you? Make it extraordinary. Honor the sacrifices of those who came before you and do all you can to help those who will follow. Above all, never stop learning. You may not know what part of nursing you're going to end up in today, tomorrow. I didn't either. I had no idea that I would spend 20 years in community nursing, working in hospice and palliative care. But read, explore, and never stop trying to get real joy out of your nursing profession. And expand your circle of friends. And that's why I'm here today, because now you are an esteemed member, free of charge, by the way, of the West Virginia University School of Nursing alumni. And as you build these new friendships, take care to nurture those who have made your way here at WVU. Maintain your connection with West Virginia University. Show your mountaineer pride, not just on game days, but every day and every place it takes you. And return to Morgantown, return to campus whenever you can to visit your professors, the people who meant a lot to you, and relive those precious memories. And as you leave today, consider the words of our esteemed former WVU faculty member, Maurice Brooks. He wrote, "Thus it is with those nurtured in Appalachia. They leave, but they look back. Remember the pleasant things. The land has claimed them, and it will never be severed, those ties. At West Virginia University, you will always have a home among the hills." Congratulations.
You may be seated. I now have the privilege of having your classmates speak to all of us. We're going to begin by introducing the outstanding DNP student, Dr. Sandra Cotton, to please come and give the farewell to the class. Dr. Cotton.
Wow. Well, for most of you who know me, for me not to have a very good voice is a really unusual thing. So I hope you can all hear me and understand me, more importantly. Congratulations, fellow graduates, all of us, our families, friends, and faculty and honored guests and Chancellor Kalinda. I give this reflection today honoring all of our common experiences, progressing through, for me, the DNP program, or Doctorate of Nursing Practice, and how engaging this program has changed us, what we now know, and what this change will hopefully mean for the rest of our nursing careers. First and foremost, there is one commonality that all of us share, and that is that none of us arrives here alone. And this is especially true for me. Whether it was a parent, a coach, or a teacher who may have said something like, good, better, best, never let it rest until your good is better and your better best. Or read you that childhood book out loud, The Little Engine That Could. Those are the sort of things that you remember, at least I did, and were words of inspiration that launched a lifelong concept of lifelong learning and really sustained me at some times when I didn't think I could, academically keep going. You know you can, you think you can, you know you will. Or in the midst of this DNP endeavor, the selflessness of family and colleagues who sent endless letters, cards, notes, and boxes of toiletries, treats, and essentials. And I say a special thank you to Dr. Pursley, Dr. Summers, and to Loretta and all the faculty and staff who put together boxes to send to me while I was deployed in Iraq twice. I also say a special thank you to Dr. Mary Jane Smith, who devised the Mother Visit Project, and all of the faculty who comprise that. All of us have families and family responsibilities, and I'm no different. My mom was living here in a nursing home in Morgantown at the time with very advanced Alzheimer's dementia. So you can imagine the staff at the nursing home. It's a different nursing faculty came in each week to check on my mom. And thank you, Dr. Smith, for orchestrating that Mother Visit Project. She did that not once, but twice when I was deployed. The words of encouragement from fellow classmates, just to keep on swimming, or offering an ear, a tissue, or a glass of wine to either wipe it up or drown it down with. We're all over 21 here, especially me. Or a partner, or a family member or friend who prepared you a hot meal as you scurried home to get online for class. You never wanted to be late for class. Or delivered you a large bowl of M&Ms, which in my household became known as DNP kibble. While you were up late, reading and writing, and yes, there was a lot of late night reading and writing, and early morning reading and writing. No, none of us arrives alone. And where have we arrived? We're in the midst of a huge healthcare reform. We've got nearly 250,000 West Virginians that are under retirement age who are currently uninsured in our state. We've got costs spiraling out of control, and it's a real challenge to look at access to preventive services without increasing the size of the deficit. No one needs that. As nurse practitioners, and it's really awesome to see so many master's graduates here, the competencies include managing, negotiating healthcare delivery systems, monitoring, ensuring the quality of healthcare practice and health delivery with cultural competence. And expanding upon these competencies, we as the DNPs and you as the PhD graduate, that is just so awesome. We have the role with healthcare policy advocacy, interprofessional collaboration, and clinical prevention focused on improving population health and health outcomes. The ultimate goal is to overall improve our state, nation, and global health. Our role as DNPs, and for each of us with our individual passions, whether it be congestive heart failure, breast cancer, congestive heart failure, women's health, depression, or in my case, chronic kidney disease. We all have a significant role to hold in the primary care arena and to inform and educate our partners, our patients, our parents, students, community leaders, policymakers, and other healthcare professionals to promote and prevent chronic disease related to these illnesses, and to develop and implement health promotion and disease prevention initiatives, because ultimately we'd like to not see people need acute tertiary care. One of my nursing heroes, and there were several mentioned today, but one of mine is Doris M. Williams, who has long advocated that the essence of caring in nursing is a framework of social activism. And for several of you who I got the privilege of spending time with in Charleston during Unity Day, you'll not find that surprising. I think that we as DMPs and nurses prepared at all levels, including us as DMPs, will examine the outcomes related to population health and the ability to interface with other disciplines, including our own at times, to help each other understand where we're coming from. The opportunity for nurses to improve and influence healthcare reform is clear. I just want to say in closing that none of us has arrived alone, that now that you're out there with our newly minted credentials, I want you to think really long and hard about not just what legacy you're going to leave, but what kind of contribution that you will make. How will you work to solve our state, nations, and global healthcare problems? For me, as I suspect it has been, at least for my fellow DMPs, and I'm sure for the rest of you, it's been quite an incredible journey, one that in many ways is only just beginning and thankfully not alone. I thank each of you. Congratulations again, and God bless your families for getting us through this. Thank you.
Our next speaker is the outstanding MSN student, Rebecca Barker. Rebecca, would you come to the podium to give your farewell to the class?
First of all, I want to say that it is an honor to be asked to speak to you today. I am truly grateful to have had the opportunity to attend such a great school. On behalf of my fellow graduates, I want to thank our families for the tremendous support they have given us and the sacrifices they have made to enable us to complete this program. As nurse practitioner students, we entered this program at different stages in our lives and with varied backgrounds and interests. Some were new graduates, others had practiced nursing for more than 20 years, and we all came from different nursing specialties. In addition, some added new babies to their families, while others were attending college at the same time as their adult children. We were a diverse group with a common goal. That goal was to gain the knowledge and skills necessary to practice at an advanced level to become nurse practitioners. I started this program with a preconceived idea of what the nurse practitioner program would be like. I expected rigorous courses that would challenge even the most experienced nurse, and I was not disappointed. Even though at times I felt overwhelmed, knowing that I was not alone in this endeavor was reassuring. And I found that many of my fellow classmates were feeling the same way I did. It is a humbling experience to go from being comfortable in your abilities to being in the vulnerable, exposed position of a student. But the instructors in this program were sensitive to our plight and made the transition as painless as possible. We were always encouraged to discuss our viewpoints and expected at the same time to analyze our thinking and to integrate new information and skills into our knowledge base. On reflection, what surprised me the most was developing a greater depth of understanding about patient-centered care. We as nurses were taught the importance of this concept in the early days of our education, so it didn't occur to me that there was more to learn about this idea. However, I did learn more, and I'm grateful because this expanded understanding and skill will make a difference in how I deliver care at an advanced level in the future. The best treatments in the world will not help people if they cannot afford to purchase them, cannot take them due to cultural or religious reasons, or they somehow conflict with fulfilling responsibilities the patient considers to be a higher priority. So my practice isn't to automatically prescribe a first-line treatment that the patient may never take, but to work with the patient to customize an effective, evidence-based treatment plan that best meets the individual's need. This is patient-centered care at an advanced level. In closing, I will be eternally grateful to the instructors and preceptors who have helped guide me through the process of becoming an advanced practice nurse, and I hope that the way I manage my future practice will make them proud. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Rebecca. We now have the Outstanding BSN Students Farewell. I'm going to ask Adrienne Duckworth to come to the podium to address you. Adrienne.
Good afternoon. I would like to start by congratulating my fellow graduates and thanking our families and friends, as well as the faculty and staff of the School of Nursing, for making the strenuous journey to our degrees a little bit more bearable. Most importantly, I would like to thank my fellow graduates for helping me and each other see this, our graduation day, the day we thought would never come 3 years ago in the Hostler Auditorium, with the broken air conditioner that I'm sure some parents remember as well. No one can quite understand the rocky path through nursing school except those who have traveled it before or with you. We have learned and lived together. We grew into critical thinkers that can use our knowledge to save lives. We supported each other through the difficult tests of med-surg and critical care, and sometimes our clinicals provided us with a reminder that tests are not the most important part of our careers or lives. We have picked an occupation that reminds you every day to be grateful for your life and limbs, and sometimes we just had to remind each other that, hey, you will still have an arm after this test is over. And isn't that a little bit more fortunate than our patient from this morning and a little bit more important than this test? So my care plan for the next few days is as follows. Complete and utter happiness related to successfully completing nursing school and earning a BSN, as evidenced by the smiling faces sported by everyone in this room. Sometime in the middle of next week, remember that we still have to take the NCLEX and use those books from that 3-day review. They were kind of free, right? Best of luck on the exam and whatever path you may choose for the future. And when you are really feeling down, think back to the mother of modern nursing, Florence Nightingale, and one of her commonly recited quotes. I attribute my success to this. I never gave up or took any excuse. We've made it this far. We can make it through anything. Thank you for your time. Have a great evening. And once again, congratulations to the class of 2012.
Oh my goodness, just wonderful graduates you all are. I now would like to do our final thanks. First, our musician and vocalist. We have Marguerite Bostonia and Joshua Stubbs. Can you join me in thanking them? Second, our sign language interpreters, who are doing just a fabulous job in helping you all understand. And not least, and I'm going to ask them to stand and remain standing till I call all of these names, it's our School of Nursing staff who arranged the event, not only this morning's at Touchdown Terrace, but also this occasion. Kathy Batt, Jane Daly, Loretta Reckert, Brandy Toothman, Michelle Wengren, Stuart Wells, and Misty Michael. Please help me thank them. And now I'm going to ask the graduates to stand. You've been given the words. I wasn't here to help you practice, so I hope you'll do this. We're going to have Joshua lead us, and I encourage all West Virginia graduates and those who love those graduates to join us in the singing of the alma mater. Joshua.
Alma, our alma mater, the home of mountaineers, sing we of thy honor, everlasting through thy years. Alma, our alma mater, we pledge in song to you. Hail, oh hail, dear alma mater, West Virginia you.
Thank you, and thank you all. Our stage party will be leaving. Oh boy. And then we will have the reception with the graduates. Please have a wonderful day. Enjoy your day. And thank you for joining us for this.